1 second. All right, you said tinted windows, right? That's the reason why you stopped my vehicle?
Tinted windows.
All right, I'll have a tint permit from the state of PennDOT. That's what I'm going to show you first. That invalidates your traffic stop, sir. All right, what's your second reason?
Your headlights, sir.
My headlights, what? What's wrong with my headlights?
Your headlight is out.
Oh, no, it's not. Both my headlights are on.
But I can still see your paperwork.
Well, no, you can't. You'll see the tint permit and you'll see my identification, but you won't see the vehicle registration because your traffic stop is invalidated on my turn.
No, once I see your paperwork, you don't tell me whether my stop is
Well,
invalid or not.
I'm telling you right now, Officer Holloway.
Huh?
All right? Here's the, sir, you don't have the right to open my door. This car has video monitoring, just so you know.
Your video.
Okay, you don't have the right to open my door, so you're violating my constitutional right now.
Step out the vehicle.
Sir, I don't have to step out the vehicle.
I'll see your video monitor.
For my safety and your safety, I'm going to sit in this vehicle and I'm requesting your supervisor now.
You can request a supervisor.
All right, let me give you my paperwork for the vehicle. Well, my tint permit and my identification. That's number one. State of Pennsylvania tint permit. I don't want to get it wet. You can read it. All right. It says I can present it to law enforcement. That's number one. All right. Vehicle registration. I will not be.
Let me see.
You can't put that out in the ring. If you want to hold it right here, you can hold it right here.
I'm not stepping into your car for my own.
You don't have to, but I'm going to stand it right here.
Read it.
Well, sir, I'm not passing it to you outside this vehicle. It's raining outside. I don't want my paperwork. It's not a problem. Well, then what I'll do is I can call for your supervisor.
That's totally fine.
It's not a problem. Sounds good. All right, time is 7:25 p.m. Officer is trying to pull me out my vehicle, Holloway. All right, invalidated his traffic stop. Says he's stopping me for tinted windows, in which this is a tint permit from the state of Pennsylvania.
That's all I see. It's nothing.
Tint permit from the state of Pennsylvania.
Huh?
It's number one. Can I reach for my license, sir?
Yes, he's refusing to give me his paperwork.
Can I reach for my license?
You can reach for your license.
Thank you. All right. Here is my driver's license. This is number one. All right. Fire marshal identification. That's number two. And badge to go with it. All right. And I'm requesting a supervisor. Can you call for your supervisor, sir?
Yes, I did, sir.
Thank you.
I gotta do my job.
Can you shut my door, please? Oh, yeah, that's accurate, too. That's who I work for, just so you know.
Okay, that's fine.
We're going to stop all this nonsense with you guys down here just stopping people and doing whatever you want. So that's done. Days are over.
I'm glad you think you're changing the world.
No, sir, Ashley, let me explain something to you. I'm not changing the world, okay? I'm professional, and we're going to change it one person at a time. I'm going to roll my back window up because you're getting inside of my vehicle wet, and I have speakers. You're damaging my speakers by the rain.
No, he's refusing to come out of the vehicle.
So can you please?
What's that?
Could you please?
No, it's, yeah, where's your driver's license?
My driver's license?
Yes.
No problem. There you go. Could you shut my door, please?
All right, in a second. I'm trying to see if you're...
All right, I'm requesting so he can shut my door. My door is I got speakers, aftermarket speakers on my door, in which they're being damaged. He has my door wide open, so you see. So when I file a complaint, you know, my speaker's being damaged, you guys will be able to see it. So what are you looking for?
I'm trying to see if your high beams was on, because I know when you made that turn that your one light was up.
All right, shut my door at 7:28. I'm gonna roll that back window up, okay?
Turn your high beam on now.
You said my high beams?
Your high beams.
Okay. What? All right, not a problem. Second suggestion is that my vehicle headlights, one of my headlights was off. Sound like similar to the Brandon Tate Brown issue, you know, but both my headlights are functioning properly. Requested a supervisor at 7:28 and refused to give him the paperwork to the vehicle because the state of Pennsylvania, for the reason why he's stopping me, invalidates his traffic stop for stopping a vehicle just for the sole purposes of sunscreening, in which PennDOT, I have a PennDOT exemption.
Thank you. I have court for that today. You can stop it. for the sole purpose of vehicle 10, 4524.
Oh, you can stop, but once I present paperwork to you invalidating your traffic stop this, well, I showed it to you. You refused to look at it.
You didn't give me the. I wasn't stepping into your vehicle.
You don't have to step in. I can hold it right here, and you can flash your flashlight. I'll do it again.
Tell me what I can see, sir.
I can tell you whatever I want because you're a public servant and you work for me. I pay my taxes.
At all.
You pay. I pay. Look, I pay my taxes. You work for me.
I don't work for
All right.
you at all, sir.
You work for me.
I'm glad.
Well, tonight you work for me, Officer Holloway.
I'm glad you think
All right.
so.
That's why you're standing there waiting for your supervisor, and I'm sitting here.
And I'm perfect.
All right.
Here for 8 hours, sir.
It's not a problem. And I'll be down here all day and every other day after that, and every time you stop me.
Absolutely fine.
Here we go. Sunscreen and permit again, just so you can see.
Well, I haven't seen it. You can show
All right.
it whatever camera
Here you go.
show it to.
Here's the seal from state of Pennsylvania right here. Do me a favor. Well, you snatched it out in the window so I can get wet, okay? So,
Snatch it out of there.
all right. Thank you very much. After you got it soaking wet now so you guys can see out in the rain. All right. But that's okay. We'll leave that here to dry.
Turn it down here.
So let's go back to the basis of this traffic stop, okay? I'm currently located on Van Dyke and North Street. This will be the 6700 block of Torzel Avenue. Name is Tony Soto for the record, okay? Pulled over by a 15th District Officer Holloway, as you can see from the tape. First he says that one of my headlights is out, and after, you know, we're done with this issue here, I'm gonna step out and show you guys that none of my headlights were out, right? And then the second thing is, all right, he says that he's pulling me over for the tint. He told me to take my pick, in which I showed him a sunscreening permit from the state of PennDOT, giving me a vehicle exemption for sunscreening on my windows, in which he, before, as you've seen, tried to pull me out of my vehicle and make me step out of my vehicle, and I have a constitutional right not to step out of my vehicle. All right, and for his safety and my safety, this is being recorded, and I requested a supervisor for the record.
And you have you don't have a firearm in the vehicle, do you?
I have no firearms and no weapons. He asked me that I have a firearm in the vehicle. I told him no, and there is no firearm in the vehicle. And I do not give them consent to search the vehicle, and they should know that.
That's not if I receive. Yeah, waiting for a supervisor.
Make sure we got enough light. Okay, so he just pulled from behind me and pulled across the street. He took his vehicle across the street. All right, just so you guys can see this. He's across the street and he just pulled from behind me on a traffic stop. So what officer doing a traffic stop pulls across the street and opens the back of their vehicle up, all right, after I requested a supervisor, and this guy pulls across the street? Well, what is going on? Yeah, we're gonna file a complaint against these officers. I'm not having it. This is unacceptable. I'm gonna set my phone back down before I get shot and they say that I'm reaching for something. I just find it's really awkward that he pulled from behind me and is sitting across the street. He knew he was wrong. That's what it is, okay? So I guess we're no longer engaged in a traffic stop anymore. Know your rights, people. Know your rights. I'm gonna pause this for 2 seconds so I can make a phone call and let someone know where my location is at. Actually, no, I'm not gonna stop this video. I'm gonna keep it going. All right, so we're still on Van Dyke and Noor on this alleged traffic stop, and these cops done pulled from behind me and pulled all the way over to the other side. They didn't even come back up to the car and say anything when I requested a supervisor, and then pulled across the street over there, and they're just sitting there. You know, so I guess they're waiting for me to pull off to say that I pulled off or something. But a minute ago, you know, this was a traffic stop and a traffic violation, and all of a sudden now, what's going on? What happened to the traffic stop? That's because they keep doing the illegal stuff, pulling people over for no reason whatsoever, and people that don't know the law. You will not stop my car thinking that I do not know the law and do not know my rights as a citizen and get away with it. It won't happen. And he says, what do I think, Officer Holloway? Am I changing the world? Yeah, let me take my glasses off for this one. I'm changing it one person at a time because this nonsense is going to stop. It ends now. No supervisor yet. 7:43. And they're just sitting across the street. So we're still waiting on the supervisor. What's awkward and striking me real awkward is that no other backup is pulled up. It's just this officer and his partner, of whom I did not see. And tried to pull me out the car, like, and I requested supervisor, and no one's here yet. And they're still sitting across the street after they done pulled from behind me. So you guys can see. It's ridiculous. Time is 7:44. All right, they're pulling off. I want y'all to see this. They haven't even came back up to my car. They are pulling off. They are taking off. They are pulling off, and the supervisor did not show up, and they turned the corner and they're pulling off. They pulled off. Let me get out my car so everyone can see this, okay? Number one, water damage to my door, okay? Let me turn the camera around so y'all can see this where I'm at. I am on Van Dyke and North, Van Dyke Street and North Street, all right? 2001 Mercury Grand Marquis, all right? Let me put my tag on this tape just for purposes of that. JNN 5066. All right. This is my vehicle, 22-inch rims. All right. One of my headlights were supposedly out, right? I want to curse so bad, but I'm a man of God, I can't. What does that look like to you? Do you see a headlight out on my car? Is there any headlight out on my car? None whatsoever. None. Let me turn my other beams on real quick. And this is after the police pulled me over. No supervisor showed up, and they pulled off. All right. Now, you mean to tell me that when they stopped Brandon Tate Brown, okay, that was a justified shooting, and the same thing almost happened with me just now? Take a look at my headlights. 1, 2. Both of them are on. Let's go back up. 1, 2. Headlights on the car. Both are on. Both are on. All right, we're going to district now because I just got stopped, and I'm going to call 911 and make 911 to make a report, okay? Van Dyke and North. This is where my vehicle was at. All right, so everyone can see. That's a problem, and all this is getting posted online. This is a problem. Okay, just finished watching the Fox 29 news, and the story did air, as everyone's seen. Responding to the police officer who commented on the story, okay? And I'm going to point out some things that were not showed on the news, but were actually on the physical tape itself. First of all, I want everyone to pay attention to what the officer said, that I was trying to bait them in, and if I would have gave them the proper paperwork or anything to that nature, whatever he said, then traffic stop, I would have got a warning for the tent, and a 2-minute traffic stop didn't have to be that long. The last time I checked, one of the first things I said when he stopped me a few minutes into the video was, I have a vehicle sunscreening exemption permit, a tent permit, in which I clearly tried to show the officer, and he clearly didn't look at it until he snatched it out my hand 5-6 minutes into the alleged motor vehicle code violation traffic stop, when he wanted to change his story up from the headlights to the tent. And I understand that it is the Philadelphia Police's job to address and protect their officers, because their officers run their supervisors. In this case, there's really no need for me to even comment or speak, because the video speaks for itself. And it's just that simple. It speaks for itself. I don't have to keep reiterating anything. The video speaks for itself. I'm going to say it again. To the Philadelphia police officer who commented on the news, okay, it speaks for itself. That my side of what I'm telling and what I'm saying is what happened. Nor was it even pointed out on the news that your officers cut off their headlights, their spotlight, all right, their top lights, and pulled over and got out of their vehicles, opened the back of their truck when I'm supposedly waiting for a supervisor, sit there for 10 minutes, and then they pulled off. So at what point did I commit a crime? And at what point did a supervisor show up? okay? But I'm trying to bait your officers in. Well, let me make this clear point and be very clear about this, okay? If I tried to bait your officers in, why did the Philadelphia police stop my vehicle in the first place? Because last time I checked, it was the officer who stopped me and not me stopping the officer. So get your facts straight, please. I would truly, truly appreciate that, you know. And just for the record, I am not anti-police at all. But this is just a prime demonstration, an example that police officers get away with whatever they want, however they want. It don't matter if you got cameras recording. It doesn't matter what's going on, who sees what. They will always find a way to try and destroy the other person's image if you don't wear a shield and a badge just like them. Now, I want everybody to pay close attention over the next couple of days as this story starts to unfold and it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger as to how they'll start to try to slander my image, you know, and make statements about me and say so on and so on. And just instead of saying that, you know, Philadelphia police, all right, made a mistake. All right. It's just that simple. All right. I have a right to express my freedom of speech. I can either express it at a high-pitched rate in which I did not, or I can remain calm and very stern as to, you know, me making my point. That is not against the law, and that's not a crime for me to speak in a way that's professional and stern towards police officers. So what crime did I break in speaking in the way that I spoke? I mean, you guys expect someone to be very, very humble and very, very, very low. Oh, yes, officer. Yes, here you go. Yeah, I apologize. No, it does not work like that. You got the wrong one. All right. The same way you come up to me and you demand stuff from me, I demand that you do your job properly. And it's just that simple. You know, so back again, addressing the issue with the Philadelphia Police Department in response to the Fox 29 News. I thank them for coming out and what was said tonight. All right, like you said, a 2-minute traffic stop didn't have to be that long. But if your officer was doing his job and originally looked at the sunscreen and permit, he would have said, "Thank you, have a nice day. I apologize." And it's clearly verified that my headlights were on. And just for everyone to know, I'll be on a radio station at 7:30 in the morning. I believe it's 900 WURD. I don't know if it's AM or FM. I have to double check it, but I will post it. I'm going to post a number. Every supporter, everyone that has an opinion, I want you to call in. I will be live on the radio station in the morning, and we will continue to push forward. I didn't ask for no fame. I just shared an experience that took place and happened, you know, with me, and I appreciate everyone's support, you know, and everyone who can clearly see the transparency and what took place. And it's just ridiculous. And the more they get away with it, the more it's going to happen. We're going to change the world one person at a time. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to keep speaking out. I'm not going to close my mouth. And this is my response to the Philadelphia police, all right, in regards to what they said on the news tonight. And I will have many more to come. God bless y'all. Good night. How you doing, everybody? Just want to take a moment to speak real quick, real briefly. As you already know, the police are out to assassinate my character. If you know, all the negative comments and the negativity are coming from police officers who are finding their way onto my page to post comments. I'm pretty sure all the supporters around the country see this. And there's been many threats and attempts made towards my life. And I'm not worried about that. It's what God is for, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just when God will make himself known. So, you know, you can say what you want. You can talk however you want. You know, no weapon formed shall prosper. The intimidation will not work. The antagonizing, it will not work. It has not worked before. So I just want to make this post public that if anybody who's a supporter, you can clearly see from the comments that I'm very much hated by the police. Not all police, let me correct that. Not all police, because I have been contacted by individuals who are lieutenants and sergeants who do support me and who are standing with me and didn't want their name and stuff to disclose. But there are a lot of police officers, people in positions of power who hate me right now and who are making threats against my life and multiple things. And as you can see, I am being followed at certain times. So, you know, I'm just putting this post out here, you know, so people will know.
I will not back down. I serve a mighty God. No weapon formed shall prosper. And you shall see the hand of God at work. And you shall see the victory. We will get answers. And the police